actually to our next stage, which is actually taking this landscape edging and putting it right in here with the bricks to keep them in place. Now you have to remember that we are actually at the point of the bricks are laid, but if you walk on it too much, they're going to move. This landscape edging will actually keep it in place. You can see it's sort of an L bracket here, with part of it to go underneath the landscaping and then holding up against whatever it is, the path or whatever. They do come with stakes that we're going to drive in to keep them in place, but the measurements of these are going to be different than the measurements of the path, so there is going to be some cutting involved, I'm afraid. For this section, you want your hammer and or some kind of small saw or big knife in order to cut the plastic here, and the hammer, of course, to drive in the stakes. This landscaping edging can be bought at any hardware store, but you want a kind that actually is going to go in there and actually hold it in place. There is other ways, of course, to do this. The best, of course, is cement that goes right along here on the edge of the system, and that will actually forever keep it in place. This landscaping edging works pretty well. It's also a lot less involved, so I'm just trying to clean out some of the leaves that have blown in here. But the first thing we have to do, you can see there's about 2-3 inches right here that we have to make sure the landscaping is going to be cut away far enough from, and if it isn't, we just need to trim it a little bit in order to get it down there. The other problem that we are facing yet is the landscaping is not level with the path yet. We actually have about a 2-inch step down from the grass top, or the soil top actually, to the brick path. So we're going to have to reshape that in our next step. So I'm just right now cutting about 2 inches further into the grass here in order to, and then digging down as far as the brick path. Now the brick path, this is shorter than the bricks by about 1 inch. So we're actually going to lay it down so it's not at the top of the brick so you can't see it. That way the grass will grow over it and you will never even see this thing in the way here. Now you can see we've got this section actually done, so it's going to sit flat right against our bricks here. We're going to go a little bit further down just so it's hidden. And I'm right at that level with the gravel that somebody else tried to put in some kind of drainage field and it just failed. So I'm digging into quite a bit of rock here, which is going to make it a little bit interesting, but we'll make it work. We've had a number of days of rain while doing this project, and the one day we had monsoon kind of rains, and that really tested the path's integrity. I was happy to say, while it did flood, the water stayed around only for less than a day and was drained away by our French drain. That is much improved. While I wish the path hadn't flooded at all, the French drain did take the water away as it was designed to. Before we got the French drain in, we had a rainstorm. Got 4 inches of rain into the pit, and it stayed around for 4 days. So that's a much improved flow. So the French drain is working. Again, that is a lot of work, but well worth the effort because it seems to be working fine. Okay, now I've got this side actually completed now. I've got the thing in, just need to be posted down. But before we do that, I need to fill in a small gap right here. And the measurement I took is actually 3 3/4 inches from the one point to the second point. So we're going to take this and again do the exact same thing. Measure off 3 3/4. Then we'll just make a cut right at that mark and then cut straight through. So again, now that we have this corner in, we're just going to post it down with the pegs that were provided, just to keep it into place, and then we'll make sure. Now this other side goes pretty much right up to the gate door, so we're just going to post it, and that should be it on this side. And we'll do the same thing to the other side.